morning students, welcome in your online class of biology. As you all know that we are discussing about lesson 3, diversity in living organisms. And in my previous class I told you about 2 kingdoms and today I am going to tell you about more kingdoms. So our third kingdom is kingdom fungi. This is the kingdom of multicellular decomposers, that means organism which depend on decomposing matter is composed kingdom fungi, and these are multicellular in nature. That means these organisms are composed of number of cells, and these are non-chlorophyllous, multicellular, spore producing, and in eukaryotic form. Non-chlorophyllous means that the green color pigment chlorophyll is absent in these organisms, and as I told you that these are multicellular and these are spore producing. That means they produce spores for the process of reproduction, and also they are eukaryotic in nature. That means the cells which are used to formation of kingdom fungi are eukaryotic. That means they are composed of a true nucleus. Next thing, that these kingdom is mostly unicellular except yeast. And now cell wall is composed of chitin. As you all know that cell wall is present, but the cell wall you studied before is composed of cellulose, but in case of kingdom fungi the cell wall is composed of chitin. And these organisms depend on other organisms for their food requirement, therefore these are heterotrophic in nature. Mostly they are dependent on dead and decaying matter, and when they are dependent on dead and decaying matter they are known as saprophytes, and sometimes they depend on their living host and therefore they are known as parasitic form. And also the most important characteristic of kingdom fungi is that they form symbiotic association with blue-green algae. That means they form the association with blue-green algae, and that association is known as lichen. Lichens are formed on the bark of trees and also on rocks. What is symbiotic association? Symbiotic association means that they both get benefits from each other. When fungi grow on blue-green algae, so it gets its nutrition, it gets its food from blue-green algae, because blue-green algae is photosynthetic in nature. It composes food on its own. So fungi get its nutrition from blue-green algae, and in return of that nutrition, this blue-green algae need habitat which is provided by fungi. They grow on fungi. The mycelium of fungi protect them from the environment. And now the body of the fungi is filamentous, and the filamentous body is known as mycelium, and the individual filament which is composed of filamentous body is known as hyphae. And the mode of reproduction in fungi is both asexual as well as sexual. Some of the examples of fungi are Aspergillus, Penicillium, Agaricus, Rhizopus, Mucor, and so on. And the fourth kingdom is kingdom Plantae. As you all know about plants, so the plants compose kingdom Plantae. All living organisms which are chlorophyllous in nature and have eukaryotic cells. That means in the organism in which chlorophyll green colored pigment which is used for the process of photosynthesis, in those organisms, and also as well as they are eukaryotic in nature. That means they are composed of a true nucleus. If these conditions are present, that means they are the member of kingdom Plantae. And in this kingdom the cell wall is composed of cellulose, and they are autotrophic in nature. As I told you that they have chlorophyll present in them, so because of the presence of chlorophyll they are autotrophic in nature. And all important functions like excretory system, nervous system, muscular system, and sense organ, all these things are absent in kingdom Plantae. But central vacuole is present which is used for the reserve material, and the reserve material, their reserve food present in this kingdom is starch. And the locomotion, that means movement from one place to another, is absent in this kingdom. And it responds to environmental stimuli, but the response is very slow or weak. That means they respond to the light, they respond to air, they respond to wind, but the response is very slow or weak. And some of the members of kingdom Plantae are algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperm, and also angiosperm. Algae are thallophytes. That means their body is not divided. It is thallus-like structure. That is why they are known as thallophytes. Bryophytes are known as mosses. Pteridophytes are known as sperm, and gymnosperms are non-flowering plants, and angiosperms are flowering plants. So students, हम लेसन 3 के बारे में पढ़ रहे हैं, डाइवर्सिटी इन लिविंग वर्ड्स। हमने डिफरेंट किंगडम्स को स्टडी किया है। आज हम थर्ड एंड फोर्थ किंगडम को स्टडी कर रहे हैं। थर्ड किंगडम है हमारा किंगडम फंजाई। फंजाई के बारे में सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बात है कि मल्टी सेलुलर डीकंपोजर्स है। मल्टी सेलुलर दैट मींस कि मोर देन वन सेल्स इनका फॉर्मेशन होता है एंड ऑल्सो दे आर डीकंपोजिंग इन नेचर। ये नॉन क्लोरोफिलस होते हैं, दैट मींस कि इनमें क्लोरोफिल प्रेजेंट नहीं होता है। और अगर क्लोरोफिल प्रेजेंट नहीं होता है दैट मींस कि इनमें फोटोसिंथेसिस का प्रोसेस प्रेजेंट नहीं होता है। ये किसी दूसरे ऑर्गेनिज्म पे डिपेंड होता है अपनी फूड रिक्वायरमेंट के लिए। एज आई टोल्ड यू मल्टी सेलुलर होते हैं, साथ साथ स्पोर प्रोड्यूसिंग होते हैं। स्पोर्स का क्या फंक्शन है? स्पोर यूज होते हैं फॉर द प्रोसेस ऑफ रिप्रोडक्शन। स्पोर्स के थ्रू ही रिप्रोडक्शन हो सकता है। तो इस फंजाई में स्पोर का फॉर्मेशन भी होता है, साथ ही यूकैरियोटिक इन नेचर होते हैं। यूकैरियोटिक मींस कि इनमें ट्रू न्यूक्लियस प्रेजेंट होता है, जिसकी वजह से एडवांस सेल्स होते हैं। मोस्टली जो ऑर्गेनिजम्स होते हैं ये मल्टी सेलुलर होते हैं, एक्सेप्ट यीस्ट। यीस्ट जो है वो डिफरेंट होता है। अगर सेल वॉल की बात करें, सेल वॉल जो आउटर वॉल होती है सेल्स की, मोस्टली हर किंगडम में सेल्यूलोज की बनी होती है। बट जब किंगडम फंजाई की बात करें तो यहाँ पे सेल वॉल इज कंपोज्ड ऑफ काइटिन। काइटिन इज अ स्पेशल मटेरियल जिससे सेल वॉल कंपोज होती है। एज आई टोल्ड यू कि इनमें क्लोरोफिल नहीं होता, तो हेटेरोट्रॉफिक होते हैं। हेटेरोट्रॉफिक में ये कभी-कभी डेड एंड डिकम्पोजिंग मैटर पे रिलाय ऑन करते हैं, वो मैटर जो मर चुका है या जो पुराना हो चुका है, खराब हो चुका है। और जब ये डेड एंड डिकेइंग मैटर पे फीड ऑन करते हैं तब इनको बोला जाता है सेप्रोफाइट्स। बट कई बार ये लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म पे भी डिपेंड करते हैं अपने फूड के लिए, तब इनको बोला जाता है पैरासिटिक। मोस्टली फंजाई सेप्रोफाइट्स ही होते हैं, बट इन सम केसेस ये पैरासिटिक इन नेचर भी होते हैं। सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बात है जो किंगडम फंजाई की, वो ये है कि ये सिम्बायोटिक एसोसिएशन करते हैं ब्लू ग्रीन एल्गी के साथ, साइनोबैक्टीरिया के साथ, जिससे फॉर्मेशन होता है लाइकेंस का। लाइकेंस को हम देख सकते हैं बारबॉल्ड लीव्स पे या फिर रॉक्स पे। ये लाइकेन होता है क्या? लाइकेन ये होता है कि फंजाई और ब्लू ग्रीन एल्गी आपस में कंबाइंड होकर इसको फॉर्म करती है। सिम्बायोटिक एसोसिएशन होता है, दैट मींस कि दोनों को एक दूसरे से बेनिफिट हो रहा होता है। कैसे बेनिफिट हो रहा होता है? जो ब्लू ग्रीन एल्गी है इसके पास क्लोरोफिल होता है, इसमें फोटोसिंथेसिस का प्रोसेस होता है, तो ये ब्लू ग्रीन एल्गी फूड प्रिपेयर करती है। वो फूड ब्लू ग्रीन एल्गी के लिए भी यूज होता है और साथ ही साथ फंजाई के लिए भी यूज होता है। एंड इन रिटर्न फंजाइस को क्या देती है? फंजाइस को हैबिटेट देती है रहने के लिए। फंजाई में माइसीलियम प्रेजेंट होता है जो अपने को पकड़ के रख सकता है, रूट्स उसकी होती हैं, तो वहां पे क्या उसको हैबिटेट होता है। जितने भी एनवायरमेंटल कंडीशंस है उससे वो एल्गी को बचाता है। तो दोनों आपस में एक दूसरे पे डिपेंडेंट होते हैं, जिसको बोला जाता है सिम्बायोटिक एसोसिएशन। फंजाई की बॉडी फिलामेंटस होती है, उस फिलामेंट को माइसीलियम बोला जाता है। अगर फिलामेंट इंडिविजुअली है, अकेला है, तो उसको हाइफी बोला जाता है। रिप्रोडक्शन सेक्सुअल और एसेक्सुअल दोनों मेथड्स होता है, दैट मींस कि सिर्फ मेल या सिर्फ फीमेल भी रिप्रोड्यूस कर सकते हैं या फिर दोनों एक साथ कंबाइंड होकर भी रिप्रोडक्शन कर सकते हैं। कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट मेंबर्स जो है वो एस्परगिलस, पेनिसिलियम, एगारिकस, म्यूकर एंड राइजोपस एक्सेट्रा। नाउ कमिंग टू किंगडम प्लांटी, दिस इज द फोर्थ किंगडम। किंगडम प्लांटी नेम से समझ में आया दैट इट इंक्लूड्स प्लांट्स। प्लांट्स कैसे? जितने भी लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म जिनमें क्लोरोफिल प्रेजेंट है, जो कि क्लोरोफिलस इन नेचर है, एंड जिनमें यूकैरियोटिक सेल्स है, वो सारे ही किंगडम प्लांटी के अंदर आते हैं। सबको पता है कि प्लांट्स की जो सेल वॉल होती है वो मेड होती है सेल्यूलोज से। साथ ही साथ ऑटोट्रॉफिक इन नेचर होते हैं। क्यों? क्योंकि इनमें क्लोरोफिल प्रेजेंट होता है, और जब क्लोरोफिल प्रेजेंट होता है तो फिर वो ऑर्गेनिज्म अपना फूड खुद से प्रिपेयर कर सकता है। क्यों? क्योंकि क्लोरोफिल लाइट एब्जॉर्बिंग पिगमेंट है, ये लाइट को एब्जॉर्ब कर सकता है, और जिन ऑर्गेनिजम्स की बॉडी में लाइट एब्जॉर्ब हो सकती है वो अपना फूड खुद से प्रिपेयर कर सकते हैं। एज इन दिस केस किंगडम प्लांटी में क्लोरोफिल प्रेजेंट है, जिसकी वजह से ऑटोट्रॉफिक इन नेचर है। जितने इंपॉर्टेंट सिस्टम होते हैं लाइक एक्सक्रीटरी सिस्टम, नर्वस सिस्टम, मस्कुलर सिस्टम एंड सेंस ऑर्गन्स, ये सारे ही इसमें एब्सेंट होते हैं। सेंट्रल वैक्यूल प्रेजेंट होता है जो कि फूड को स्टोर करने में काम आता है। लोकोमोशन, दैट मींस कि इनका मूवमेंट एक जगह से दूसरी जगह तक पॉसिबल नहीं है, मूवमेंट एब्सेंट रहता है। जो रिजर्व फूड है, रिजर्व फूड इज स्टार्च, स्टार्च इनका फूड होता है। साथ ही डिफरेंट एनवायरमेंटल स्टिमुलाई जो होता है, लाइट है, ग्रेविटी है, एयर है, वाटर है, ये सब के रिस्पॉन्स तो करते हैं, पर ये रिस्पॉन्स बहुत स्लो होता है और साथ ही साथ बहुत वीक भी होता है, जितना स्ट्रांगली उनका रिस्पॉन्स नहीं होता है। इसमें डिफरेंट इसके अंदर मेंबर्स होते हैं, 5 इंपॉर्टेंट मेंबर्स है, एल्गी ब्रायोफाइट्स, टेरिडोफाइट, जिम्नोस्पर्म एंड एंजियोस्पर्म। एल्गी थैलस लाइक बॉडी होती है, बॉडी में कोई डिफरेंशिएशन नहीं होता, जिसे इसको थैलोफाइट बोलते हैं। ब्रायोफाइट को मॉसेस बोलते हैं, टेरिडोफाइट को फर्न्स बोलते हैं। जिम्नोस्पर्म नॉन फ्लावरिंग प्लांट्स है जिनमें फ्लावर्स प्रोड्यूस नहीं होते, एंड एंजियोस्पर्म फ्लावरिंग प्लांट्स है जिनमें फ्लावर्स का जनरेशन होता है। सो स्टूडेंट्स, दैट्स ऑल फॉर टुडे। थैंक यू।
Hello, my dear student. Have a pleasant morning to one you all. I welcome you on your video lecture class. My dear student, in a previous lecture class, we have completed the chapter The Fun They Had. We have completed the chapter The Fun They Had. It's written by Isaac Asimov. So we have seen the central figure of the chapter and the theme of the chapter. So in this video lecture class, we will get to know, we will try to analysis what are the main characters in the chapter, and what is the gist of the chapter, what is the central theme of the chapter. Okay, so student, we have seen that the fun they had. If we talk about the central theme of the chapter, is that it is about the future. It is about the future, and date is 2157. The particular date is 2157. So here two characters are there. I have already taught you two characters. Four characters are there. The first one is your Tommy. He is a 13 years old boy, and the Margie, she is a 11 years old girl, and Margie's mother and the county is Spectre. Okay, fine. So these are the four characters in the story. And what is the story? What is the story? Here the story is that the writer is talking about the future school. The writer is talking about the future school, and that future is related that which date is this one? 2157. 2157. So here we are imagining, we are just foretelling that what will happen in next to next year. In the year 2157, what will happen? What will happen? Do we study like this as we are studying? The way so the writer is saying the way will be very different in the coming future. We will not study like this. Student, if we see that today we are also studying through online classes, but we can't say that offline classes are available here because of some adverse circumstances, because of some different situation. We have to study through online classes. We have to study, but we don't enjoy it. We don't utilize it properly, because the thing, the matter, the gist, and the attention and the concentration that we get through offline classes, we can't get through online classes. Fine. So this is the thing that the Tommy and the Margie doing a conversation between them. So this is the thing that, and the particular chapter is based on the schools. The particular chapter is based on the schools. So here writer is saying that in the coming future, it means 2157, there will not be any school, there will not be any colleges, there will not be any physical teacher, there will not be any printed books, there will not be classrooms, there will not be students who are studying, and the teacher will not to teach them. So this type of the thing will be happening in coming future. So who are discussing about them? Tommy and Margie discussing about them. If we talk about the whole summary of the lesson, so Tommy found a printed book. Tommy found a printed book in the attic of his house. Attic of his house, it means a store place. And when he found that book, the book was really very different. And the pages of that book were very yellow and crinkly. It means folded lines were there, because here we are talking about the 2157. So it means that book was in the present time that is going on, which that is going on, it means 2020 is going on, or before it. So that book is printed on this year, and we are talking about 2157. So if we open this book that time, so obviously that book, the pages of that book will be very yellow, and the folded lines you will get on that book. So that's why he showed that book to Margie. So Margie really inquired, which type of the book is this? So he informed her that the book is about the school. So Margie asked a question to him: could anyone write about the school? Is it a matter of writing about the school? Is it a matter of discussing about the school? Margie asking this question to Tommy. Fine. So Tommy said yes. Obviously, it's a matter of writing. Because in old days, we have schools, we have some printed books, but they both are saying that mechanical teacher and mechanical learning and robotic teachers and virtual classes, these are better than this. So why these things are better than this? Because printed books have sufficient information, limited information, but on the computer screen you can get more than millions of the books, more than millions of the knowledge and the information within 1 hour and half an hour. Within a minute you can get more and more information on the computer screen. So that's why he is giving the explanation that these things are much better than printed books. Fine. So when they both are discussing, when they both are disturbing about the idea, and Margie was also disturbed because she was doing her geography test on computer screen, but it was not working well. Why it was not working well? Because it was beyond her age level. So that's why Margie's mother called a county inspector. County inspector is a person who comes to repair her mechanical teacher, and he came to her home, and then after he did it repaired, and he got it well, because the average thing was that it was not working according to her age level. That's why she was not doing good. She was doing worse and worse on her geography test. That's why her mother was very curious. So it started working well. Fine. So we have seen that when it started working well, and she was not interested in doing all these things, because she was very eager to come to know which type of the schools are there, and which types of the teacher teach to the student, and what are the things that we get in schools and colleges. Okay, so that's these types of the ideas were going on into her mind. So that is why she was much upset. So when she went to her mechanical school, it meant that was beside her room, and when she sat before it, she was also thinking about the school. It means she was not paying more attention on that. उस पर वो ज़्यादा ध्यान नहीं दे रही थी. So student, we have seen that Tommy and Margie, they both have discussed about the future school and about the future school, because in the coming future, we will get only the robotic teacher, we will get only the virtual classes, and we will only get the robotic teacher. We will not get physical teacher. And we will not get e-text. Fine. So student, this is the conversation, this is the discussion that have been continued in whole the chapter we have seen. So what is the gist of the chapter? What have you got from the chapter? So student, I hope so that we have seen that through this chapter the writer want to show us the shortcomings of the futures of the school that will be about to be happen in coming years, and the taste and the pleasure that we had at the past of these schools. So this is the difference. Here the writer analyzes the past of the school and the future of the school. There is a combination of the past school and the future school, and there is an analysis of these types of the school. So here we are just preferring the past school because at the past time we have such type of the school that really have a pleasure, So student, if we see that in this chapter Margie wrote about Tommy finding a new book. The first thing is that Tommy found a new book. The first thing is that Tommy found a new book. Where he found the new book? He found the new book in the attic of his house, in the attic. Then he showed that book to Margie. Then he showed that book to Margie. And Margie, what was the age of Margie? Margie was 11 years old girl. Margie was 11 years old girl. And then after Tommy and Margie, such books to be nothing. And they both are discussing that these books are really nothing, because when someone read this book and after reading this book, these books are useless for you and you can throw these books into dustbin. So according to their point of view, because according to their point of view, after reading the book, these books are useless for everyone, and we can find millions of the book on the computer screen, and it is really wastage of the time if we read such types of the book. So this is the so the gist of the thing is that Tommy and Margie, they both hate such types of the book. And the Countess, the Margie hated mechanical teacher a lot, because mechanical teacher, why she hates mechanical teacher? She hates mechanical teacher because it was giving her test after test, and that was the geography test. That was the geography test, and she was not doing well on her test because that was beyond her age limit. Fine. Margie was disappointed when the mechanical teacher was not taken away in the county inspector completely. So Margie was really thinking that it would be happen that it will not work again, it will not be repaired. It was her thinking, because here, why was she thinking like this? Because here she was thinking about the schools of the past. She was busy in thinking of all these things. Teacher Tommy and Margie both discussed the old school and the school that were human beings. Here Tommy is saying that at the past we have such type of the school, and in that school teacher taught us. Tommy and Margie went to their school to attend their lecture. Tommy and Margie, they both went to the school. It means virtual classes. And the mechanical teacher flies at the school time everywhere except the Saturday. So except the Saturday and Sunday, they both had to attend their virtual classes. So student, we have seen that through this chapter, the writer wants to give you some glimpse of the schools of the past and some glimpse of the coming school. So which type of the school do you like? Which type of the school do you like? Do you have interest only in studying the virtual classes, online classes, or you have some interest in offline classes, or you want to go to a school? So I hope so, student, after reading this chapter, I hope so that you have interest in schools. If we talk about the school, what are the things come into your mind? अगर हम स्कूल के बारे में बात करते हैं तो कितनी चीजें आपके दिमाग में आती हैं? If we talk about the school, many things come into your mind. The first one is classroom. Classroom is a place where we sit together, girls and boys, where we sit together, and the teacher, the physical teacher who teaches you. And another thing is that the physical teacher that teaches you, and another thing is that board, chalk, duster, and printed types of the books. And the one more interesting thing is that your playground. your playground. One more another thing is that your friends. So whenever we talk about the school, you miss all these things. You miss all these things because you daily go to school. You daily go to school, and at the school you study. At the school you study with your friends. You can share your problems with your friends, and at the school, at the classroom, you have interactive study. You have interactive study. You have interactive teaching, because whenever teacher started teaching you and you have some problem, and suppose that you are not able to ask that problem immediately, but teacher at that time can imagine that you have some problem, and that teacher can ask you, do you have any problem, student? So you can ask your solution at that time. Immediately you can ask, and you can get the solution very easy way. So this is the interactive class. This is the benefit of that. And after having 2 or 3 periods, you have some lunch time, then after you talk to your friends, and then after you have some time for your enjoyment. You can play at the playground, and you can enjoy with the friends. You have different types of the entertainment, pleasure and fun that we have at the school at the past. The title of the chapter is The Fun They Had. The fun they had. Such type of the fun that the student had in the previous school, at the past, at the school that we have old times. That types of the pleasure, that type of the entertainment and enthusiasm and energy, we will not get the school that will be fine in the coming future. So student, this is the difference between the school that we had in the past and that will be in the future. So I hope so that you have got the complete gist of the chapter, the complete summary of the chapter. And student, there are some more questions are there, and the answer of this question you will get as a typed note. And if you have any problem regarding this chapter, you can ask me. And if you open the page number 11, on the page number 11, some exercises are given. The exercise number second one. In this exercise, you have to fill the correct adverb. The correct adverb in this exercise you have to fill. So the first one is the report must be read dash. So in this one you have to fill carefully. And the second one, at the interview, Samir answer our question, and you have to fill loftily. And the third one, we all behave differently. And the fourth one, the teacher shook her head. The teacher shook her head sorrowfully. And the fifth one, I dash completely forget about it. And the sixth one, when I completed Revanti on her success, she just smiled nonchalantly. And the seventh one is the president of the company is awfully. And the eighth one is I finished my work quickly. So student, this is the adverb you have to fill in the exercise, and you have to do all the question answer. These are given on your book, all the question answer. The book name is The Hive. This book is prescribed on your syllabus. So you have to do all the question answer. I'll provide these answer of this question as a typed form. So student, you have to do this work on your literature register. You have to prepare 2 separate register, one for literature and one for language. Okay, one for language and one for literature. So for your first chapter is completely completed. The fun they had, and the written notes you will get after some time. You have to write them down on your fair register, that is the literature register. 2 separate register you have to prepare. I hope so that you have got this chapter very well. You have got this chapter very well. This was very interesting chapter. I hope so that the interest and the energy you have got from this chapter, and some analytical things you have got from this chapter. So student, you have to do your written work completely, and that is enough for you. Thank you, and I have a nice day to you.
Hello students, myself Anand Saini, I am your chemistry tutor. Let's start to learn chemistry. Students, today we are discussing about a new topic, and the topic is separation of components from a mixture. Okay, so I think you know what is mixture. Right now we are discussing about the very first point, that is separation. What is separation? What is separation? Exactly, what is the definition of the separation? What is separation? So separation is a process in which we are separated the components of mixture. Got it? This is a simple statement. What is separation? Separation is a process. What is process? Separation is a process in which we separated what? In which we separated what? Component of the mixture. Simple. Got it? What is separation? Separation is a process in which we separated the components of mixture called separation. Okay? So now we are discussing and many more explanation of the separation by some activities, and your activity number first is separation of colored components from blue or black ink. What is in Hindi? Okay, हिंदी में समझ लीजिएगा कि भाई ये है क्या प्रोसेस एक्चुअली. तो भाई सेपरेशन का प्रोसेस एक्चुअली ऐसे कह रहे हैं कि सेपरेशन क्या है. तो एक्चुअली सेपरेशन ये हम लोग आज क्या पढ़ रहे हैं, हमारा जो आज का टॉपिक है ना, टॉपिक हमारा ये है बेटा कि जो मिक्सचर है उस मिक्सचर से उसके कंपोनेंट्स को आज हम लोग सेपरेट करने वाले हैं. तो वो हम लोग कैसे करते हैं उसमें हम लोग एक एक्टिविटी के थ्रू समझने जा रहे हैं. जैसे आपका इंक होता है ना, उस इंक से उसका जो कलर्ड वाला पार्ट होता है उसको हम लोग आज अलग करने जा रहे हैं, आज सेपरेट करने. Okay, so your experiment is separation of colored component from black or blue ink. Okay, so let's start this experiment. Look at here. Experiment is, firstly we are all arrange the operators according to the diagram, and the new operators are like burner, stand, and beaker, watch glass, ink, and water also. Okay, so firstly we arrange the all given operators according to the diagram, and then we use a beaker which is half filled with the water. We use a beaker which is half filled with the water when it is heated with the help of burner. When it is heated with the help of burner, then the process of vaporization is started. The process of vaporization is started, and after some time, when the process of vaporization is completed, then we look at here. After some time, some colored part, that is colorful part, known as dye. Some colorful part is remain in the watch glass. Okay, so what is this? What is the result of this experiment? Actually, the result of this experiment is the ink is made by dye, that is colored part, and water. Okay, because water is separated by the vaporization and the remaining part is dye. So what is it? Ink is a mixture of dye and water. Got it? आपको बात समझ में आ गई है. हिंदी में अभी एक्सपेरिमेंट में क्या बोला कि जो भी ऑपरेटर्स हैं इन ऑपरेटर्स को आप सेटअप कर लीजिए. हाफ फिल्ड आप वाटर से हाफ फिल्ड आप एक बीकर लीजिए, उसको हीट कराना स्टार्ट करिए. थोड़ी देर में आप देखेंगे कि इस पर जो आपने वॉच ग्लास रखा हुआ उस वॉच ग्लास में इंक है. आप थोड़ी देर बाद देखोगे कि वेपराइजेशन स्टार्ट हो जाएगा, वेपर बनने लगेगा. बट आफ्टर सम टाइम व्हेन द वेपराइजेशन इज कंप्लीटेड, जब वेपराइजेशन आपका कंप्लीट हो जाएगा ना बेटा, तब आप देखोगे यहाँ पर केवल इंक बचा. सो व्हाट इज द रिजल्ट ऑफ दिस एक्सपेरिमेंट? क्या है रिजल्ट इस एक्सपेरिमेंट का? तो वहां से आपको ये पता चलेगा ना कि जो इंक है ना वो किससे बनी हुई है? डाई से और वाटर से बना हुआ है. क्यों? वाटर का तो वेपराइजेशन हो गया, वाटर तो उड़ गया. अभी क्या बच रहा है उसमें? केवल डाई बच रहा है, वो कलरफुल वाला कलर है ना. बस वो ब्लैक हो सकता है. अगर आपने ब्लैक इंक लिया तो ब्लैक होगा, ब्लू लिया तो ब्लू हो जाएगा. तो डाई क्या है? बेसिकली डाई इज द blackish or bluish part. Okay, that is colored part of the ink known as ink. Got it? So this is the experiment. In next video lecture we are discussing about new and other activities. So thank you.
Hello student, today I will teach you force and law of motion. Laws of motion. Now, there are three types: Newton's first law of motion, Newton's second law of motion, Newton's third law of motion. Scientists Galileo write the some law also about the inclined surface a body placed in the body moves with a uniform velocity. Now, if the change the uniform velocity of the object, then apply a external force or unbalanced force. Then the change the uniform velocity of object. Now, Newton's give the some law both force and motion. Now, Newton's first law, Newton's second law, Newton's third law. Then, first of all, Newton's first law of motion. What is Newton's first law of motion? Then, I am explained by example. Then, let us a body placed in state of rest. Now, the body always placed in the state of rest. If a external force applied, a external unbalanced force applied on the object, then we can see the object change the state of rest in to the motion. The object will be moving. Now, then if the object is state of motion, now the body always placed in the state of motion if not applying any external force. Now, if the applying, then this body moving in this direction. Now, if force external applied and the object opposite direction of the moving direction of object. Now the body change the state of moving position to state of rest. Then after some time the object will be in this place. Now the body is rest state. Now then Newton's first law of motion. A body continues to be in the state of rest or uniform in a straight line unless acted upon by an external unbalanced force. This law of motion, this force law of motion also called the law of inertia. This Newton's first law of motion, the law of the inertia. It is also called law of the inertia. Now, first of all, what is Newton's first law? Now, a body placed in a state of rest. What will be the state form? Now, when the external unbalanced force apply on the object, then we can see the object change the state of rest position to moving position by external unbalanced force. Now, second example for Newton's first law of motion. Now, a body moving position in this place. Now, this moving direction in this. Now, a unbalanced force apply on the object opposite direction of the moving of object. Now the object after some time will be in this place. Now rest position, the moving position change into the rest position by external unbalanced force. Now, Newton's first law of motion. A body continues to be in the state of rest or uniform in a straight line unless acted upon a external unbalanced force. This law of motion is called, this law of motion also called the law of inertia, and it is called Newton's first law of motion. Now note this position and next heading, inertia. What is inertia? Now note this. And next heading is inertia. What is inertia? All objects have a tendency. All objects have a tendency to resist the change in the state of motion or rest. All objects have a tendency. All objects have a tendency to resist the change in the state of motion or rest. This tendency is called inertia. Now and repeat. All objects have a tendency to resist the change in the state of motion. Now all objects have the tendency to resist the change in the state of motion or rest. This tendency is called inertia. Now, if any person is asking you what is inertia, then like to all objects have a tendency to resist. All objects have a tendency to resist of the change in the state of motion or rest. This tendency is called inertia. It is denoted by I. Now, all objects do not have same inertia because the inertia depend on the mass of the body. Inertia is depend on the mass of object. Now, all objects have a tendency to resist the change in the state of motion and rest. Now, I repeat, all objects have a tendency to resist the change in the state of motion or rest. This tendency is called inertia. It is denoted by I. Now, all objects do not have same inertia because the inertia is depend on the mass of object. Then what is mass? Mass of a bodies mass of a bodies is measure of its inertia. Now, mass of a body is measure of its inertia. Now, I repeat, what is inertia? All objects have a tendency to resist the change in the state of motion of rest. Now, this tendency is called inertia. What is inertia? And repeat, what is inertia? All objects have a tendency to resist the change in the state of motion or rest. Now this tendency is called inertia. It is noted by symbol I. Now note, all objects do not have same inertia. All objects do not have same inertia because the inertia is depend of the mass of object. Now what is mass? Mass of a body is measure of its inertia. Measure of its inertia. Now this, so by example, now this is hanger, this is string. We have a two baskets. First basket is A and second basket is B. Now first basket filled by sand, then it's have a more mass. Now it's have not a more mass. If this basket do not have more mass, now B baskets have a more mass because this is filled by sand. Now when we have two basket A and B, this basket fill is suspended by a string and with hanger. Now basket A and basket B. Basket A and basket B. Basket B filled by sand. Now it's have more mass. Now if applied to external force in this basket, now this basket change the state of rest. Now this basket do not change state of rest. Now inertia, all object have a tendency to resist the change in the state of motion and rest. Now then note this.
Good morning class. Today we have understand the next topic, that is there are three basic kinds of computer: analog computer, digital computer and hybrid computer. Firstly we understand which computers are known as analog computers. Analog computers are those computers which process analog data. Analog data means continuous signals, which process the continuous signals. The data include light, it measures temperature, pressure, speed, voltage and depth. Means you see in bikes and in cars there is a speedometer, which is the example of continuous signal. And in speedometer, when you move your car, the car moves, the speedometer also works, but when we suddenly brake the car or stop the car, the speedometer speed is not becomes zero, it takes some time. So the measurement of analog is not best. The signals contain continuous and having infinite variety of values. So it gives infinite values at a time, and we use the analog computer for various purposes. We also use analog computer for scientific and engineering application, because the analog computer is firstly developed, so mostly people use the analog computers. And if we measure with the analog computer, so we can measure the temperature, we can measure the speed of a bike, we can measure the speed of a car, we can also measure the temperature and pressure in our labs. So these computers are very important in our life, and these computer measures and compares quantities in a single operation. So this is all about the analog computer. Then we understand the next, digital computer. You all know about digital computer. Digital computer works on discrete signal, means digital signal, and a digital signal have two values, that is 0 and 1. 0 value shows the off state and 1 value shows the on state. You know there is a circuit, and in a circuit when we on our fan, then the value becomes 0, the circle will complete and the fan move, and when the value becomes 0 it doesn't move. And you know, in digital computer we use discrete signals. Discrete signals are those signals which have two values, 0 and 1. They perform arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, mod. So these computers perform many arithmetic operations. So they are best compared than analog computer. They are also faster than analog computer. They store variety of information, because in our digital computer there is a PC, also example of digital computer, and in PC there are two type of memory. The memory is RAM and ROM. The RAM means random access memory, which stores the information when we execute our processed data, and after that it stores in secondary memory like magnetic memory, like hard disk. So we can store our data in our digital computer. It can work on both information, numeric and non-numeric information. Non-numeric information just like characters, alphabets, digits, symbols also. Digital computer stores information and digital computer counts, whereas analog measures. It means digital computer can calculate, and we can use different units in digital computers. We can use data in bits, bytes, megabytes, gigabytes, terabytes. So we can store a lot of data in our digital computer. The third type of computer is hybrid computer. Hybrid computer means it is the combination of digital computer and analog computer. So hybrid computers are more useful than digital computer and analog computer, because they can process both signals, discrete signals as well as continuous signals. Continuous signals are the analog signals like our voice. Voice is a continuous signal. If we use distance or we vary from one place to another place, the continuous signal becomes weak. So we use amplifiers and repeaters in the case of continuous signals. But in the case of discrete signals, the value is always 0 and 1. There is no value between 0 and 1. So it completes one cycle. In hybrid computer, we use hybrid computer in petrol pump and in ICU. In ICU, it measures the blood pressure of a patient and temperature of a patient, and digitize the blood pressure and temperature units into our digital computer. And in petrol pumps, it checks the density of petrol and the quantity of petrol with the help of analog system. So hybrid computers are used in variety of applications, and they are used in scientific applications and in radar systems. So this is all about your computers, analog computers and digital computers and hybrid computers. So we revise analog computer. Analog computer, the process, it processes the analog data, means it always work with the continuous signals, and data include temperature, pressure, speed and voltage and depth, means it always measures the physical quantities like temperature, pressure, speed, voltage and depth. It works on the continuous signals and continuous signal having the variety of values, and the analog computer used for scientific and engineering applications. It also used in lab, and it measures and compares the quantities in single operation. If we want to know about digital computers, it work on discrete signal. They have only two values, 0 and 1. They work on numeric values and non-numeric values. They perform arithmetical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, and they are faster than analog computer. They stores the data and information in our computer like PC, like microcomputer, mini computer, mainframe computer and supercomputer. These are the kinds of digital computer, and they stores the information in secondary memory, and digital computer counts whereas analog computer measures the data. In hybrid computer, it is the combination of digital computer and analog computer. So the advantage of hybrid computer, it works like digital computer and it also works like analog computer. And we use both type of signals in hybrid computer, means it can process discrete and continuous signals. They are used in petrol pumps, ICU, where we use its both properties like analog property and digital property, and these computers are used in scientific and radar system. So this is all about this class. In next term we will study the new topic, that is types of computer, in which we can understand microcomputer, mini computer, mainframe computer and supercomputer.